Just be a minute, people. I am, hopefully audio is good. And I got a couple things I want to do. So, thank you if you are here and join me. Hold on one second. Actually, I got to go to another. There we go. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Anybody? I'm checking right now, see if anybody's with me, and I'll get started. What the hell? Oh, I see. Oh, here we go. Just be one more second. What the hell is going on here? There we go. All right, I'm getting there. Okay, here I am. Got 8 people with me. Sweet. Anybody hear my audio? Okay, here I am. Let me just mute this. Got it. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to do a couple things real quick. First off, I just wanted to bring up the fellow, quote, flat earther, freedom fighter, who is battling CPS, Child Protective Services now, and at the same time, and also the court system, the police are after him. Exploring again YouTube channel it is. Mike is his name, and we got to do something about this, people, because what happened was his house got swatted by hold on one second. His house got swatted by like the police and a SWAT team because Mike didn't want to answer the door, so he didn't answer the door. So they just broke it down. There's a whole bunch to it, but if you look up, if you're interested in looking into it, I'm going to put in Hoboken. If all you have to do is Google Hoboken standoff, I'll put it into the. I didn't do that right. I'll put it into the chat. A link to the story that the government tells everybody, but it's pretty terrible. Hoboken standoff ends peacefully as SWAT rescues a 5-year-old is how they portrayed it, which is hilarious because Mike was with his son and his wife peacefully in their house until the police came and busted down his freaking door, took him away, put him in handcuffs, drugged him, put him in a mental freaking institution for freaking a week, and now Child Protective Services. He is right now. He can't even live with his own son. His wife is against everything they're doing to him. His wife is like, as I said, Mike hasn't done anything to deserve this, and yet they continue to go after him. So it's truly amazing. I'm going to put the link to the story in here for a moment. Give me 1 second here. So there's a link. Oh, no sound. Hey, it's good? Oh, okay, good. Got me nervous there for a second. So it's something that at this point it's really frightening that what's going on, and hearing his wife is freaking crying on the phone over what the court was doing to him. This happened the other day. Hey Bon, hey Ryan, Squirrel, AJM, everybody, thanks for dropping in. So yeah, Mike, Exploring Again is the YouTube channel. I'll put his YouTube channel in here, but you know, he was originally, like, the story goes kind of like this. He had done a Zoom call. This was like a year ago now. It's been a year, and he had done a Zoom call with with the township over the masks mandate, and he was pretty hard against the mask and speaking out against it. And so that was one thing where they're like, kind of like, it felt like he might have been targeted a little bit for speaking out. Not that I think that was the sole reason, but then what happened was, then, like, a few weeks later, a week later, whatever it was, he went to they put the mask mandate on the kids to go to the public school there, and his kid was attending it. And so he went to the school and he was like, no, my kid's not going to wear a mask. And with that, they told him, then your kid can't come into the school. So at that point, he's like, fine. And he decided that he wasn't going to bring his kid he wasn't going to have his kid go to school the following day until he would figure out what the heck was going on. So long story short, the next day, I'm pretty sure it was the next day, his kid didn't go to school. And then all of a sudden, like, they started this process where they investigated, why the kid wasn't in school. But legally speaking, I think it's supposed to be the kid has to be absent for 3 days before it triggers any mechanism. So there was really no legal reason for them to be concerned, besides the fact that they knew, he was all outspoken about it. So next thing you know, he has people knocking on his door, and within his rights, he didn't answer the door. He just didn't answer it. And each time that didn't happen, I think they escalated it until at some point the police, I guess, claimed they heard somebody in the house, and then they escalated it, with SWAT teams and everything else, to the point that eventually they broke down his door and took him and his kid away. They took his wife out earlier. It was insane. Like, literally, like, almost, I think there was like 100 SWAT team. It was on the news, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's the kind of what happened. He was, like, literally in his own house, did nothing. And now he's facing, what they hit him with was child endangerment charges, which is possibly facing 10 years in prison. And this could happen to anyone here with a family. You're not safe. You're not safe right now. So this is important that we stop this. I'm hoping that the Flat Earth People Finder can facilitate some. I'm going to work on that. Try to get the word out to the people on there. But this is something that's so important. Like, rather people in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut region, especially, if you know anybody. But I think we need to get the word out and see what we can be doing here, or not. Or we can just let this go on some more. Hey, Dan the Waterman. Thanks for dropping in. So there's that. I wanted to put that out there again. I'm gonna make a video on this, on Mike's situation, and like I said, I will do more. Oh, is that Mac? The world is evil right now. Yeah. It is. And so, but and the same goes for Mac too. Mac's situation. Why are people not freaking? Why do we not see people really going out and supporting and protest? Like, I don't like to use the word protest, but we got to find out these people, the prosecutors of these people, and start showing up at their houses, showing up at all their houses, and letting them know that this shit isn't going to continue. Because the mayor, I'm pretty sure the mayor of Hoboken, the police chief of Hoboken, the prosecutor of Hoboken, they're not going to be too happy if they had 100, 200, 500 people standing outside their freaking house, calling them a bunch of names. That should just be the first step until they start to listen to us. This is absolute insanity what they did to him. And then I had the little police thing that happened with me the other day, where it was complete bullshit with what that police guy did. So I don't know if everybody knows, but basically I went out to the Sarasota Farmers Market, and just held a sign. It was asking questions about particular event, World War II, and I had a police guy, man. He was there within minutes of me going out there. It was really crazy. He didn't like what I had to say, so they were figuring out every which way to stop me. But we were in an open farmers market, and he said that it was private. It's a private event. It was his excuse, and that they had the right to tell me off the to have me get off the particular area there. And I'll show you real quick, if you're not, just to give you an idea. There's no separation mechanism. There's no nothing. There was no nothing that separated the people in terms of it being private. There was no ticketing. It was literally a public walkway. Anybody could walk in and out of that area, and yet this freakazoid here, an Anderson, or not Anderson, a Smith. He from the Matrix guy. He was making the claim that that it was that he could kick me off, that they could trespass me off of public property for just standing there.
Well, you just said it was verbal.
So I had moved at that point, but originally I was in like this location, and he told me to get off the street. It's like a long story, but anyway, I'm gonna call up right now the city hall, the city commissioner, and Sarasota City Commission, and find out whether or not that is actually private or public space. There is I don't have my phone with me, but I'm quite sure that it's not a private space. So that changes things in terms of their ability to tell me that they're going to trespass me if they don't want me there, because they can't. You can't just not want somebody in a public space and have them trespassed. There has to be specific, I guess, a lawful, or more probably correctly, legal reason. So let's call them up and let's find out, I guess, and we'll see. Hopefully I can get a hold of them. Give me 1 second here. Just what I wanted to do today too, right? I do plan on going back next weekend, and hopefully everybody can hear this phone call.
Thank you for calling the City of Sarasota Commissioner's Office. Para continuar en español, presione 8.
So give me a second here. So I'm calling to find. Yeah, hello.
May I help?
Yeah, just so you're aware, I am recording this phone call for my own purposes. I'm trying to reach, I guess, and find out some information in Sarasota. I guess the city. There's like a farmers market that they have each weekend on Saturday. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I was told that that event was on private property, and I just want to get a little clarification from. And they told me, the police had told me to call the the city commissioner. I'm not sure if they were correct or not, but I'm not sure who to ask for to speak and get clarification on that.
Well, the farmers market is held downtown, and there is the city allows it. I'm not sure your exact question. It's run. There's a farmers market organization.
My question is it on public land? Is that public space there, or is that private space?
It's public. It's the city. It's on the city streets.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had thought, because there's no ticketing that takes place. There's no fencing that stops. The public just freely roams through the market there. So I had I guess what I need then is you're certain about that?
Yeah, because I think they close off the streets and people walk. The vendors set up and the people walk. But I can put you in touch with with the special events person.
Yeah, well, I guess where I'd go with this is that I like to do certain activism. And while I was doing that activism this past Saturday, I was pretty heavy-handedly treated by a Sarasota police officer, along with I had them call their supervisor, and both acted as though they could have the farmer's market trespass me.
Okay.
That's
All right.
problematic, right?
I do not know. It
You don't know
I
if
can
my
put you in
wait.
touch.
I mean, you don't know if my civil
No,
rights
I'm
are
not
not.
sure if I'm not sure if the police department can trespass you. I'm totally, this is out of my field of expertise.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
I'm
like
not
you to
saying I'm not saying the
to-
police department was. They weren't saying they were going to try to trespass me. They first they started off saying that they were going to have the farmers market trespass me.
Oh, okay.
And that they would solicit, and not only that, but they were trying to actively really solicit the farmers market. Like they were speaking with them. I mean, I felt completely unwanted there.
Okay.
So there, that was the first thing they did.
We have an administrator of an independent police panel. She works for the city. She's a civilian employee of the city. Her name is Heather. She's the administrator of the independent police panel. And she, can you hold on a moment?
Sure,
my other phone's ringing. Would you mind
Absolutely,
holding?
not at all. I'd be on permahold, do you think? I don't think so. She was pretty nice. I never answer my phone either. Having a cramp. So when I'm gonna ask for in writing. I'm gonna need paperwork in writing because I feel traumatized by what took place. I could tell her I have video of this of the email address is David at Zoom Truth. I don't even know if I can. Will it put in the .com? Let's see. Yeah, it does. I was just happy that they answered the phone and were so quickly, and it was a human. That was pretty good, huh? It's kind of nice. So what are we gonna do, man? Does anybody want to help Mike Marshalik? Does anybody care? And also at the same time, and Flat Earth Fokker, man. You know, people tell me like they're like, you know, we cause our own problems. Like Mike pushing things too far. Like it's like blaming the victim, I think, and like Mac, the same thing. Oh, Matt should have just stayed home and followed their freaking rules. But that's BS, man. Mac, we got like I mean, all people do is like, okay, we're gonna raise some money, throw some money at the problem, and then and then Mike's gonna be locked up for the next 10 years, maybe. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do to him, but I think she got me. I think she tricked me. You guys think she tricked me? Yeah, you're just trying to be free. So Mac, man, why aren't people protesting? At least like once a month protest until they lock your ass up. Why aren't we protesting your prosecutor guy at his freaking house? You know, throwing eggs at him too, maybe. No, don't do that. Just kidding. That was a joke. Mike needs to speak with Alphonse. Is Alphonse like a hitman or something? What does that mean?
Yes, I am so sorry to make you wait, but we do have an administrator of an independent police panel,
Yep.
and she can advise you of all those rules and intervene for you if necessary. Her name is Heather.
Okay.
And her phone number is 941
Yep.
263
Yep.
6322.
6322. So yeah, because I was actually kind of traumatized from that, and I was thinking like I need some type of paperwork because that had actually happened to
Yeah,
me.
you need to talk to Heather. I'm a clerk here, and I'd love to help you, but I
Yep.
don't want to say something that's
Okay.
wrong
Okay.
because I don't work I don't work for the police department, and heaven forbid I would tell you something wrong about police rules.
Yeah.
That's why we
But
have
isn't
Heather.
there? But who
Can I
is? Wait, before you transfer me, wouldn't there be like
Yeah.
Heather is connected with like an independent for police investigation, right? It sounds like.
She reports to the city manager.
Because I was thinking like me shouldn't I like wouldn't it be somebody who is like an expert like who would be is she the expert on
Yeah.
like constitutional rule and like a lawyer
Yes.
type of okay. All right, perfect.
She's the expert, and she reports to the city manager. So all you would have to do is if she doesn't satisfy your questions, you can ask her that you want to go above her to the city manager. You know what I mean? But you should really start by going through her.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right,
I appreciate it. Let me I'll transfer you.
Oh,
Hold
super.
on.
Thank you so much for your help. I'm not going to get through. Too lucky.
Heather Salzman is not available. Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
I didn't want to leave a message. I'll have to call back. I have her number. 941-263-6322. Heather, I didn't get her last name. Salzman, was it? I think it was Salzman. So, I don't want her calling back, and then it's a pain in the ass trying to freaking get everything recorded and everything. So hopefully I'll call her back. But from what the other person said, she was like, "Yeah, it's an open space. These freaking cops lie about everything. They are insane liars. It's crazy. It is getting crazy. So I'm getting this all settled out. The other thing that they hit me with was that my sign was so wide, and they were threatening me that if I blocked anybody whatsoever, they were going to hit me with obstruction of like whatever movement thing. So I got 2 new signs that I made that are really tall, like some of the preachers use. It's not that wide. It's only like 30 inches. Yeah, public access. Thank you. Blocking public access. So that was really freaking annoying. So I think I have that covered now too, because I think she said 36 inches was the width that, like, if you're beyond that. So I made my signs like 30 inches wide. Blah 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 blah. Who cares? So I guess that's good. I'll call them up. I'll record the conversation probably with them, and I'll just do a quick post. I don't know. I figured I'd live stream this. I haven't done one for a while. If Mac, if you want to call in, man, or if you want to, I don't know how. Oh yeah, I do have Google Video too, but I don't know if anybody wants to call in real fast. The number's 609-738. I'll put it on real quick. 0845. Lockdowns are coming. Climate lockdowns. Ooh, that would be crazy. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. 609-738-0845 if anybody wants to call real quick. Otherwise, I just wanted to put this up real quick, and get the ball rolling in terms of making sure that this weekend when I go back there, it will be easier for me to swat the police away with their own freaking rules, the dummies. So that is the plan. I'll put together, I guess, an idea for another live stream for for Mike, and really it should be for Mac. So far that I know, who has a legal problem. I know Austin, right? Witsit gets it. He was dealing with it. He probably still is, I think, at some level. No, I mean all these things, but I mean Witsit, I think, is only just a ticket. Marilyn, spirit level, she was facing trespass charges, which I think at some level are criminal charge. So even her at some point, man, I just feel like, you know, people who are being attacked like that, and like Mike was standing up against exploring again. That is Mike, who got swatted. He was standing up against the mask mandates, and fighting for his rights. Hey Ricardo, hey Zoom, or hey Fred. Um, so like we just let them get screwed over on their own and fight that thing all alone, because that's what he's doing right now. He's like, no, he's like, pretty much no one has helped him at all. Mike said that to me yesterday, and he's pretty stressed out over it. And I really don't believe that we should be blaming Mike for being in the position he's in, for not answering the door at his house. So hopefully you guys agree with me there, and somebody wants, we can come up with something. I will do the Flat Earth People Finder, and start working on pushing out information through that. So anybody who's on the Flat Earth People Finder, if you still have that on your phone and it does work for you, you'll probably get some notifications on there too. I hope I get to that. Slowly getting back into trying to do something here, but that's about it, guys. I will update everybody, or put out the video on on what happens with this Heather Salzman person, the city commissioner, whatever they are, and let everybody know, and I'll post that, and then hopefully I'll be back out on Saturday. Just pushing back. That's all. The amount, like, you should be able to say anything you want in public, as long as you're not like threatening anybody, and you shouldn't have to be running away from not only the police but have the public attacking you too, like a bunch of freaking zombie crazies. So that's what we're going to do until these people freaking learn. Or at least that's what I hope to do. Who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. But that's all, folks. I appreciate you